A very good afternoon, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this afternoon, let us talk about what is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe. So, nasi tiri kutaura pamusoro pemabirwo akaitwa goridhe renyika during the Mugabe era, and this was disclosed by Christopher Mutsvangwa. And we need to take a look onto this story. So, ZimLive reports that Zimbabwe's gold reserves allegedly stolen under Mugabe's administration. And remember, yesterday there was a press conference where Chris Mutsvangwa addressed ZANU-PF supporters, and in that press conference, that is where he then revealed how Zimbabwe's gold was stolen. So let us try to establish this matter and have a proper understanding of what really transpired and what really happened. So Chris Mutsvangwa failed to point out the governor was involved in the looting challenge. So I'm trying to open this one, but my network is quite slow, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to. This one, you try network. I wanted to bring this one right here onto the screen for proper understanding. So the report says that Chris Mutsvangwa, ZANU-PF spokesperson on Monday, said that Zimbabwe's gold reserves were illicitly removed from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, RBZ, during the tenure of late President Robert Mugabe. The alleged transaction was purportedly orchestrated in collaboration with an unnamed retired governor, widely speculated to be Gideon Gono. So this is what happened years ago, and they are now reporting it right now. So during a press briefing, Mutsvangwa detailed how the nation's shortage of US dollars was exacerbated by international sanctions, and in an attempt to mitigate the financial crisis, the then RBZ governor reportedly sought assistance from contacts in the Arab world who had the means to provide US currency. So the Reserve Bank governor then engaged outsiders in the Arab world, and they said, we can give you US dollars, but on condition that you support it with your gold. So the agreement was proposed when US dollars would be exchanged for Zimbabwe gold reserves, and the deal stipulated that the gold be transported from Zimbabwe vaults to a location abroad, allowing the Arab partners to verify the reserves, to which our former Reserve Bank governor duly obliged, Mutsvangwa said. So, however, the outcome of the transaction remains unclear, with Mutsvangwa indicating that while the gold was transferred as per agreement, the anticipated US dollars were never received. And the story gets murky after that. The gold reserves are gone, the US dollars don't come. So this is what Mutsvangwa lamented. So, you know, at a moment where everybody is seeking accountability within the government of Zimbabwe, Mutsvangwa then comes to make these revelations. The major question is, are the people of Zimbabwe going to trust the new finance currency if in the past reserves disappear? Are we going to have a difference? So, you know, this incident raises questions around the integrity of the country's financial custodianship, and comes as President Mnangagwa, after inspecting the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe gold reserves earlier this month, and said a few months ago that he had traveled outside Zimbabwe to inspect the country's gold reserves held offshore. So they say Zimbabwe has solid gold in the vaults. In the past, we sold all our gold and we can't keep money, but now we have solid gold in the vault. So year by year, we should have about 1.2 tons of gold in our vault, as well as outside. So a few months ago, he went outside, and he didn't specify the actual area he went to inspect the gold, and he said he was satisfied that the officer who carried out the instructions carried them correctly. So what is of concern at this moment in time is, can the Zimbabweans trust the RBZ? Can the Zimbabweans trust the processes in Zimbabwe when we have undisclosed amount of gold being looted without a trace? Remember, Robert Mugabe, before he left power, he told us about 15 billion worth of diamonds which were stolen or which were looted, and nothing was recovered again. Those are the issues which are making the people of Zimbabwe fail to trust these leaders. So why is it that the current government is not lobbying the International Police Service to actually investigate the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of our gold, so that this matter is brought to International Criminal Court? Because this was a criminal activity, which means everybody involved is answerable. And this was supposed to rope in the Interpol, to rope in the International Criminal Court, such that people like that governor, they are known, they are still there, there are witnesses who are witnessing to this story. I believe that there are documents, there is a paperwork which is there. There is need for these people to account for that gold. So if we fail to do that, and it shows that these leaders are not serious at all, it will be all talk and there is no action. So we have never heard the leaders right here in Zimbabwe talking about this gold which was looted. Kuti rakafamba sei, rakaendepi? We just hear at a press conference kuti zvakamboitika, but nothing is being done to make sure that that gold is recovered. So that is very important. Dai tichinzwa kuti maybe rakawithholdwa nemwe nyika, mari dzacho dzakabatwa nemwe nyika, it was going to be better, but there is nothing to talk about. There is no accountability whatsoever. But this is what is happening at this moment in time. Christopher Mutsvangwa revealed that the gold reserves of Zimbabwe were looted by the previous administration, and it was taken to an Arab country, and it was never ever recovered. So that is the report which we had for you. The major question is, are we going to see this gold being recovered, or are we going to see what is in the reserve bank at this moment in time be preserved? What guarantees do we have when we have never seen anybody arrested for looting? Robert Mugabe told us about the 15 billion which went missing. Chris Mutsvangwa has reviewed how the gold reserves, undisclosed amount of gold reserves, were also looted during the Mugabe era. So the major question is, how much did we lose as a nation altogether? So it's a moment of madness. Corruption is actually taking a toll, and nothing will work. So it is what it is. Let us meet in other episodes as well as other broadcasts.